Hi friends, Namaste. I am Chandrakanth. Welcome to Mr. Chandrakanth YouTube channel. In previous video, we learned about what is journal entry and how to post the journal entries. So in this video, we will learn about some journal entries with examples. So please watch until last minute. You will get some knowledge. Here, the first transaction is Max started a business with 10,000 rupees in cash. Max started a business with cash. So in this transaction, we need to find two aspects of the transaction. So one is debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. So in this transaction, cash is the inflow of the business. And so in this transaction, Max started a business with 10,000 rupees cash. So in this transaction, we need to identify two aspects. One is debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. Here in this transaction, Max started a business means Max is the owner of the business and he brings cash worth rupees 10,000 rupees. Here cash inflow to the business, cash coming to the business, and who bring that cash means Max. Max is the owner of the business. So we need to treat as a capital of the business. So whatever the owner brings into business, that is called capital. So we identified one is cash, another one is capital. So here the cash is coming to the business. Cash is coming to the business means the cash is an asset. The asset value may increase. So the asset value increase, we need to mention debit side of the journal entry. So another one is capital. Capital means is a liability for the business. Owner's capital is liability for the business. So liability increase means we need to mention in credit side of the journal entry. We need to mention credit side of the journal entry. So in this transaction, so journal entry is cash account data to capital account. Narration is capital introduced by Max 10,000 rupees. And second transaction, sold goods worth 4,000 rupees to ABC and Co on credit basis. So in this transaction, the two aspects is one is sales, another one is ABC and Co. So here, so we sold goods on credit basis. So the ABC company will receive the goods. So here, receiver we need to treat it as a debtor. So he need to pay the whatever the sale amount. So ABC and Co is a debtor for the business. So the debtor means is an asset. So business treated as a asset. So ABC and Co business treat as a asset. So if the debtor value increase means so asset value increase. So asset value increase means we need to mention in debit side of the transaction. And another one is sales. Suppose if the sales happen in business means so it is a generated of a revenue. If sale of goods means it is a generating revenue for the business. So if revenue increase means so we need to mention in credit side of the transaction. So the journal entry is ABC and Co account data to sales account. The narration is 4,000 worth of goods sold to ABC company on credit basis. Okay. And third one is Max withdraw 1,000 rupees in cash for personal use from his business. Max withdraw cash from the business worth rupees 1,000 rupees. So here Max is the owner of the business. So owner withdraw 1,000 rupees cash from the business. Here we need to identify the two aspects. One is drawings. So owners withdraw cash from the business means it is a drawings. So another one is so owners withdraw in by way of cash. Here cash is the another aspect. Okay, here we identified two aspects. One is drawings, another one is cash. Drawings is the reduction from the capital of the business. Drawings are the reducing of a capital. So if the capital reduce means we need to mention in debit side of the transaction. So now the owner withdraw cash withdraw, so cash will goes out from the business. So here the cash is an asset, so the asset value may decrease. So if asset value decrease, we need to mention in credit side of the transaction. So the journal entry is drawings account data to cash account. Narration is 1000 rupees withdrawn for personal use by Max. Max withdraw cash 1000 rupees from his business. And fourth one is purchased plant and machinery worth rupees 4000 in cash. So the fourth transaction is here purchase of the plant and machinery worth rupees 4000. So in this transaction, two aspects is, one is purchase of the plant and machinery, another one is cash. Here plant and machinery will come into business and the cash will goes out. Suppose if any asset purchase for business purpose means the overall asset value will increase. If asset purchase means, so the overall asset value may increase. So if asset value increase means we need to mention in debit side of the transaction. And we need to pay the cash. We need to purchase asset, we need to pay the cash. So the cash will goes out. So cash is an asset. So if asset value may decrease, so we need to mention in credit side of the transaction. The journal entry is plant and machinery account data to cash account. So the narration is plant and machinery bought in cash. So plant and machinery purchased by cash. And fifth one, provide 10% depreciation on plant and machinery worth rupees 4000. So in previous transaction we purchased plant and machinery worth rupees 4000. The plant and machinery is the fixed asset. So the fixed asset value will decrease by using for a long period of time. If any asset using, so it will decrease the value of an asset. Here in this transaction, the two aspects is, one is depreciation. One is depreciation, another one is plant and machinery. Okay, here depreciation happen on plant and machinery. One aspect is depreciation, another aspect is plant and machinery. So here depreciation is an expenditure for the business. So if expenditure increase means we need to mention in debit side of the transaction. So if the depreciation happen on asset means, so they reduce the asset value. So if reduce the asset value, so we need to mention credit side of the transaction. So the transaction journal entry is depreciation on plant and machinery account data to plant and machinery. Narration is 10% depreciation provided on plant and machinery. Okay, this is all about the 5 transactions of journal entries. Okay, so I hope this video will understand. This video is useful for you. Thank you, friends.